let's see where all the records landed for winter and who won the campaign, where people have battled now for 89 days, played by about 1 million players each at the start, and then somewhere around 50 to 100,000 for the last couple tracks. There's only about 30 minutes left to set the world records. For a second I thought someone had beaten Darkbringer on map 01, but that is a tall order. Darkbringer is the world's best full speed player, regarded by many anyway, and he has map 01. You see, this was a battle between Shadowcrancer and Darkbringer. For a while, Shadowcrancer was just battling with himself, setting multiple PBs in a row, but Darkbringer has him beat. Look at the speed slide, guys. Just insane. It's like increasing the width of it as you get faster and faster, just the tiniest amount, so that you're always in the zone of highest acceleration possible. And the difference here really is that Shadowcrancer has a more inside line, speed slides for less amount of time total before he snaps out of it. So when they go up the hill, you see Shadowcrancer might have 1 less speed than Darkbringer. Darkbringer also with a better setup for this speed slide, and that, when he holds it perfectly, goes all the way to the finish. Next map. Now this one's fun. I looked at this. Lord Quacked, a player I have never heard of, with world record on a map played by 600,000 players. Round of applause in the chat. Lord Quacked from the UK. He has been Division 1 one time. Otherwise, around Division 2 is the level he hovers at, but here, he crushed everybody. Shadowcrancer still in the top 3. Zamera 80 as well, a player you'll get familiar with, but look at his line here. Different to the others in the start. Then low, snap, quantum slide, and really hard in the end here. You snap all the way close to the pillar, quantum slide with a cancel before you go up the hill. So a few small details here that he did that I noticed is he does a release on the start, right about here, and that is so that he actually stays 3rd gear all the way until it is convenient to gear up right here. And he gears up in a better spot than the other, so that's where the lead comes from. But also in the ending, so precise to stop steering here at the uphill start to still keep full grip and speed slide at the same time. And he wins with that. Another fun story that I know is on map 3 here. This is Zamera's world record, Zamera 80. Now this might be a player you've never heard of, but you might have heard of a player called Kelvin. Kelvin renamed to Zamera because his mom passed away. So he renamed to Zamera, which was his mom's online username, and wanted to drive a world record with this name in her honor. And he managed it. This is the run. So congrats to Kelvin, and of course, you know, my deepest condolences, but yeah, this is the run that he wanted to drive with that username, so, you know, respect. He did it. He did it. Absolutely Chad behavior when it comes to Trackmania. So really low line here on the grass, snap out, close to the corner, good speed slide just as he enters 5th gear, lower line than the others. Gonna have less speed for that, but good timing on the corner, onto the platform, good speed slide as well, close to the corner here, and snipes Shadowcrancer with 4 thousandths of a second. Map 4. What I noticed with this one, guys, was that this is the closest leaderboard I've ever seen in a campaign map. You know, even for the simplest maps, there's typically like a few hundredths that separate the best, but look at this. 231, 234, 236, 241, 243. It's just crazy. There's not a lot you can do on this map to gain time at the top level. So you need the perfect precision. Darcy Sentinel here had a better start than the others, and after this drift he was actually, for this map anyway, really far ahead, but his line means that he has less speed towards this corner. Shadowcrancer catching a bit back up. Looks like he's losing here, by the way. Here, but this angle, with the way the game calculates thousandths, this angle, this approach going a lot more diagonal, results in him getting a 231 rather than like a 234. It's complicated how the game runs at a tick rate of 100, so it doesn't know your thousandth, but it interpolates it. It says if you're here on this frame and there on the next, then this is your thousandth. So anyway, map 05, Shadowcrancer again. We have Zamera, or Kelvin, as you know. We have Lord Quacked. Hobbit as well has been in the top a lot of times here. Familiar names at this point. But Shadowcrancer is just such a deadly hunter when it comes to these quantum slide, no slide, speed slide maps. And that's really been 4 of the first 5, and then the one drifting track. But yeah, here we just see Shadow Crancher at his best. Slidey surface, speed sliding, and he tends to just get perfect runs. Next map. I want to give a shout out to this map for being the worst start of any official map ever. This map was truly horrible to drive, because you would try to go for this transition here, get a slowdown, and then reset. Very annoying map to play. They do a ramp cut to gain more time, landing, keeping 4th across this road, and then around the pillar, inside line here, jumping to the left, no airtime. Oh, that is super glue. That landing is literally illegal. What? I mean, you just gain appreciation for runs when they look so clean, but... Hello? Ooh. Insane. Not even playing Polytrack. Yeah, I'm trying this new racing game today. I typically only play Polytrack, but playing this Trackmania thing. Look at this, by the way. World record high on map 7. Something we don't see too much. Map 07. 07 in chat for Levi here, or Levi, I never know how to say his name. Just by being the second person to get the time. That's how it works in time attack. Sentinel with the fastest start. Different drop down line, but the main theme on this map is this jump, where you need to get a perfectly low jump that clips the front wheel, getting the back wheel full grip and a better line up here. Levy's catching now. Also ahead actually up the hill, but Sentinel with that wide line, more speed, and it's a tie. So maybe if Levy went a little higher here, he would have actually had the record, but doesn't seem like it. Sentinel wins it. Top 4 so close. Yeah, it's crazy on these maps how close the records are. Even this one, which is actually a quite complex map. Levy has this one, Tween in second, Lumar third. Some tech legends there. But he does at least get one. Uwu on the car, nice to see as well. Yeah, this map, the main thing is the middle drift. You see no big differences yet. But this drop down on the next drift was so hard to get right. The timing to go out, carrying all the speed you can, downhill is good. And then do they fully no slide? Yes, is the answer. Oy, oy, oy. Oh. He almost choked. I choked watching this run. If he holds full steer here, he will crash. Right here. So he drifts and it's just enough to get around. But if you see this frame right here, he realizes he's in trouble. It's a really good save. It's a really good save. Now a new player. You guys heard of Lima before? Beating Shadow Crancer. Lima. Lima balls. Yeah, I was gonna make the joke, no one asked. Anyway, congratulations. Another player with Uwu on their car. The Weebs are taking over. Flat landing there was so important. And then low around the torch. And he got, I think, a really good setup. Very wide, so he could go, yeah, up the hill with a better line. And super glue grip again. I don't understand it. Very few do, I think. On this last uphill, you would just jump out so many times. But perfectly has grip around the corner and close to the bobsleigh. Very nice run. Map 10, guys. I hunted this one at the start of the campaign, alright? So I know the sauce here. I know the sauce, but I can tell you that the top times are beyond cooked. So let's see what Kret did here. And the Hobbit and the others. So I would say this is a, yeah, less nose down. Wider than the others. Even more speed, perhaps. Kinda insane landing. Kinda insane landing here, too. Catching back up. Hobbit with the best start by far, though. Does he get the funky landing? Not quite, but still good. Low. And that is a really good landing. Great speed, close to the pillar. Almost unfathomable to me that they went this fast. Oh well, not pro yet. I'll get there, guys. I'll become pro one day. Did you guys hear Trackmania World Tour is coming back? I'll go pro. I'll redeem myself. Hobbit with the world record. He's been in the top for so many maps, but here finally a record for Hobbit this campaign. Air brake there is interesting. To get a front wheel speed slide down the dirt hill, it's faster. They wait for the gear, done drift. And then all the way out, speed slide here. Low to the dirt now to get the most speed possible. And then up the cake. Shouldn't really spectate him here because we don't see any of the other cars and what they do, but I know they go very inside line air brake. Speed slide again. Yeah, just a precise, clean run on what could be like a track of the day, honestly. Oh, we're soon getting to the good maps, though. Map 14 and map 15 were my favorites this season. The most spicy. Tween with a world record based. Tween, 5-time runner-up for world champion of Trackmania. Never got there fully, though. And keyboard player. You might think, yeah, too many controllers, steering wheel, players, etc. Tween just tapping away at the keyboard, beating 88,000 players on the keys. Ooh, what a low line. Holy, he has less speed, but it's paid off. Huh. Dude, he should walk a tightrope. That was art. That was art. What is his precision? Snipe? How many times was that? Okay, let's count. Let's count. Wait. This needs slow-mo. You can't appreciate this in real speed. Slow-mo. Okay, that's 1. This entire turn is 2. On keyboard! What? And the end as well, it's like 4 or 5 times. Bro. Oh. Jesus. Insane tween. That's insane. That is a tough level of Trackmania. Can't beat that, bro. Can't beat that. Alright. Full technical map. Vogensche from Netherlands. Min from Korea. One of the only Korean players we've had. Like, I've always wondered if Trackmania took off at the rate that League of Legends and other esports did, and we got in all the Korean masterminds, what would their runs look like? And when I spectate Min on technical maps, that's like a preview of it. But here, beaten by Vogensche, of course. But yeah, but he's crazy at the style, yeah. They had the jump here. That was one of the only tricks found, where jumping sets you up to the drift faster than braking does. And then different lines, Magorian on the inside line, the others go wider, and you can see now they'll catch back up to Magorian before this drift. Also a corner clip there. Min though with an insane end, because he was far behind Vogensche here. Going very wide, a lot of speed. Oh. This is another thing about the interpolation, guys. If you notice, each run ends in a 2, a 5, or an 8. Even runs that are 1 second slower, like my PB. And then 2, 5, or 8. And that is because they cross the finish line at a different angle here, where you cannot get other digits. But yeah, insane by Vogensche. 2, 5, 2. My 2 favorite maps, map 14 and map 15. This map was wild, because it had not 1, not 2, but 3 different shortcuts discovered, which is really rare. So let's go through them, alright? Okay, let's go on board with Nace here for the 5th record. And let's see what happens. Nace was one of the players hunting the 2nd shortcut on the map. A 2nd and 3rd, he wanted to combine them. But there's also a shortcut in the start, which he doesn't do. So out to the side here, you see Maniac, and I believe it is Obitom flying and bug sliding through the turn. The others here are going for a more consistent line because they also want to hit this next shortcut where you line up for a jump over the wall to the checkpoint faster than driving on the sand. And there was an idea that if you got the shortcut really well, you could jump over to the next road too, but no one actually ended up being able to land it. However, David here in the end does a different shortcut, jumping into this drift, same as on the previous map, where that sets up better than braking. So, a lot of things going on. World record belongs to Maniac, who insanely hit 2 shortcuts in the same run. Very hard shortcuts. Take a look. Feast your eyes. It's beautiful. Has a solid turn in the start, fastest of them all. Sets up for a bug slide with an air brake, flicking off the ramp at the right time to land in another bug slide down the hill, and importantly, exiting with gear 3. Or gear 2 rather, but keeping gear 3 down the hill. Speed slide for the jump, boom! Obitom ahead, but he gains here. Close to the corner. Good drift setup. And sniping David in the last turn. Insane. Another legendary shortcut we have to talk about on this map by Amelius. This is one of the coolest ones. You see very close top 5 here. Hobbit, Dark Sentinel, etc. I shouldn't say etc. Jorkim and CA. All very close, right? This is the battle for normal way record. It's a reactor flight map, so you hover through, pod racing, you could even say this, in the wintry roads. Close to each corner, and then a lot of precisely timed brake taps to get the best turns you can. Great runs all around, right? What Amelius found here is so big brain, it's hard to understand his genius, alright? You see him fall behind the other players far in the start. But what he has found here in the end is insane. So look at this. Look at this, alright? Coming up to the last checkpoint, that's the one you see around the corner here. He crashes the wall on purpose, lands turtle, turns the car around, and then starts a reactor flight this way, which goes all the way into the finish. And he beats the others by half a second. If you haven't been keeping up with the campaign reaction and you haven't seen this, it is a piece of art. It's a piece of art. Because it looks like he's just completely messed it up, but no. This is Amelius' world and we're just living in it. Also the same player, by the way, who found 2 insane shortcuts in the fall campaign, so... Yeah, Amelius cooked this season. Amelius absolutely cooked. Dexter, world record on sausage block tech, not sure what else you would expect. We see some new players here though, Killarath. And also Now, not that Now is new, but didn't know he was this good at tech. Congrats. This map is so hard to drive. I think one of the hardest auto medals, if you were going for them all. Because it's just hard to survive, for example, this downhill turn without getting airtime in the wrong spots. But yeah, just flawless precision from Dexter. So good at maps like this. Even has the NASCAR part in the end here, which suits his skills. Oi, 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 doesn't jump, just gets the reactor in time. And jump into the finish. Map 17. Truly a map I didn't enjoy because it's slow dirt. And this is perhaps what I'm worst at in the game. But Shadowcrancer, Mime, etc. are so good at this. All the snap no slides that we've talked about, you see it again on perfect display. Even outside line here, which I didn't really expect. And here, which is more understandable. Oh, nice airtime trick, wow. Tiny detail there, bumping to get less airtime. Still equal with the others though. So where does he gain a 10th? Oh, it's full. Oh dear. Yeah, full no slide there. No airtime on the right, smart. It's all in the end, or? Snap? No snap? Okay. Oh, that is so nasty. Oh, that is so nasty. Yeah, you see Mime, right? It looks like Mime in isolation does a good turn. Keep it on the outside. Clean turn. No airtime. What Shadowcrancer does, though, full no slide through this entire thing. And here he has more acceleration all the way. Yeah. That is disgusting. Map 18. Bobsleigh map. We see all the bobsleigh players. Flew, a trick, pug, etc. And this one had some really cool tricks. There was airtime trick to get more airtime, actually, to skip some snow. On 2 spots. First right here, jumping on the corner of the hill to get a lot of airtime. Up to the jump. And the speed. Jumping to the right here, a bit more speed that way. Flick, wiggle. And then up to the side, so you get less airtime, of course. Now here, jumping over the next sand spot, snow spot there, gets you way more speed for the finish. And an ice slide to the finish as well. Ice sliding down faster than this last bobsleigh. So GG a trick. Beating Pug. Full speed map, Prodigy, Josh, 1248, beating Shadowcrancer. But it might be starting to dawn on people who is winning this campaign. Shadowcrancer, so many records in the top 5. Like, if I work my ass off and play one map for 3 months, I'll get into the top 5 on a map. That suits my skills. But Shadowcrancer has been top 5 on basically every map. And it's just crazy. But here we see perfect speed slides. Also, there was one detail on this map, I don't remember. I noticed when Mudda was hunting it that I found cool. But very confusing loops here. They just know how to drive them the best way possible though. I honestly couldn't tell you. I didn't study this map much. Not gonna talk as if I know it that well. These guys are fast. But yeah, Josh is... He only played full speed for like a year when he started the game and he became so good at it. Another Kelvin W. Zamera 80 with the world record. Congrats to Calvin. Also prodigy, by the way. He's like 16 or 17 from Malta. And rapidly improving at United as well as this game. So gonna hopefully see more and more Calvin records in the future. Nice speed slides. Then the low jump up to the top quarter pipe was the fastest. And now a no slide around the exit of this corner. Whew. Clean. Even a ramp cut gets there. Fifth gear with a good setup throughout. Ah, wow. Through this. He has like a 10th lead now, so the others would have gained at the end. Maybe a bit wide there. Yeah, Lufok catching back up. Low line and the quarter pipe jump so important to go all the way low. Nice. Well played, Calvin. Congrats on the record. We have 4 minutes to go to new campaign, so let's hurry up. Map 21, Musa world record. I haven't seen Musa hunt a campaign map in ages. I don't know what inspired him, but this is a really sick tech map. Musa, a really sick tech player, so GG's. Clean first drift. This is what you call speed tech. It is around 300-400 speed and a lot of very long drifts. Hopefully we get a map like this in the next season too. It's really iconic that map 21 is a speed tech map in Trackmania at this point. It's kind of established. And they're fun to play in ranked, fun to hunt. But not at this level of precision. This turn was full speed. And then you had a long drift where you needed... You could even do a left right here, I think. Yeah, Musa doing it. You see he's gaining on Megorian. Less airtime, more speed. And last drift, Megorian ahead, but Musa with an inside right turn. Wow. Truthfully, I don't remember this map at the top of my head. I saw this map once in Discovery and then once in Hunting Top 100 at the time. And then I haven't seen it since. So, my apologies here, professional streamer. But this one didn't interest me that much. It's a multi-style map. You do a little bit of everything. And, yeah, world record by Darky Sentinel. Who, I think 3 world records total? Maybe 4? Really impressive campaign by him. Really, really impressive. You edited this video 3 months ago and you don't remember any of these maps? Any of them, really? I mean, I remember quite a lot of them, but... I remember the ice slide here being a main struggle point. You ice slide around this corner and then you have a water flick. So there's water after the jump that straightens out your car. And then up on the walls. Yeah, this was so hard to drive. Not that many people have mastered this. Because it had like periodic wood grip and whatnot. Impressive. Let's move on. I was gonna say this was the ice map. No, it's the next one. Shadowcrancer Epos Maniac. Okay, I guess we're gonna be like 2 minutes late. I hope you don't hate me for that. We're gonna be 2 minutes late for the next. Anyway, it's another Shadowcrancer record. All right, you know him. He is dominating this campaign like he did with another spring campaign last year. That time he had 13 world records. I think this is like 10 at this point. This map was kind of sick though. This one had a lot of cooler drifts and more manageable speed than the others. I like this more. But that reactor drop down was so hard. Nice snap. Oh, he needs to snipe here. Appo's still ahead. Oh, jump onto the set. Dude, there's so many details these guys see. There's so many things. Wow. These like tiny pieces of art. Even in the start, I think they did here. Yeah, an air brake down the hill to get the front tires to not be on the grass. More speed. Like, man, it's impressive. Map 24. World record by Mitra. I hunted this one a lot, and I can tell you 21 is a cooked time. And even more so when, like it, you know, it hurts your ego a bit to be beaten, but it hurts even more when they're driving a clown car and doing perfect ice slide lines. Here, wide setup, all the way down to the, you know, platform. And then keeping the speed slide going all the way. The bump straightens him out faster than releasing would. Clean mechanics, dropping down to third gear around this corner. Clean line. Straight out on the dirt. A little bit over the snow here was ideal to get a good exit onto this one. And then jump up pretty high. Low line around the snow ledge. and straighten out with the plastic, close inside corner to the finish. This is a perfect run, basically. It stood for like 2 months, no one beaten it. And the last map, the last run of the winter 2025 campaign on map 25, Shadowcrancer again versus Pusitopaku. Let's put this to a 1v1, both 116s. I hunted this a bit, and I don't know how they got 1 second faster, so let's find out together. Clean start. Perfect exit speed for Shadowcrancer. Wouldn't expect anything less. No airtime here. I think I did go for an airtime line. Again, another quantum slide. We're in the future of Trackmania. Like, it's quantum slide. Any low speed dirt or grass turn, 200 speed, you quantum slide. It's hard to get used to, but that is the meta at this point. Nice low airtime onto the bobsleigh. Perfect entry point. And then you want to angle the car a lot to the right, so you got around the left. Somehow it doesn't bump the inside. Less bumpy than I thought. Onto the plastic earlier for an early gear up, okay. Up the hill, more on the right side. Hard to time this last right-hander, because it's such a long turn. You see it just keeps going, keeps going. And the last drift tap, Shadowcrancer has less speed than Pusitopaku. Pusitopaku with the airtime reduction. But Shadowcrancer holds. Total points, guys, in the winter campaign is the following. We have Shadowcrancer winning with 377,000 points. So not quite 10 world records, something like 8. Hobbit second. Dark Sentinel third. Thank you for watching. We are now going to discover the new spring map, so I gotta go. But thank you for watching. See you in the next video, which will likely be the discovery. Okay, anyway, restart my game.